Well, it's the time of year where families like to enjoy being in the sun and the water. And sadly, that also means it's the time of year we see an uptick in tragic accidents like child drownings, which is why it's vital children learn how to swim or at least know how to survive if they fall into the water. Now, every child is different, so over the next 2 days, we'll take a look at 2 different options for your kids. Today, hear from parents who chose Infant Swim Resource and why it works for their family. At first glance, this may look a bit intense, but 9-month-old Mackenzie is already learning life-saving skills in and around the water. You like to swim? Yeah. Her mom, Jennifer, signed Mackenzie up with Angel Zisk for Infant Swim Resource, or ISR, which teaches babies as young as 6 months the technique known as roll back and float. Zisk is well known in Tampa. She's taught over 1,000 kids how to survive using ISR, which is different than weekly swim lessons or even learning how to swim with floaties.
If you have a child that's been swimming in floaties or armies that hold them in this vertical position, then that's why so many children that forget that they don't have the armies on slip into the water, not equating this with their air, and they just sink right to the bottom.
And scary moments like that do happen.
He pushed my son in, and my husband and I both were like, oh my gosh, and we just kind of watched it all unfold, and he sputtered a little and didn't know what to do, and then he flipped to his back. And we're just like, oh my gosh, it all just worked out.
Parents and caregivers need to have time they can dedicate to ISR, though. It's Monday through Friday for 10-minute lessons for about 4 weeks to learn the life-saving skill.
Over a year, they learn to put the full sequence together, which is swim 3 or 4 seconds, roll on their back for 3 or 4 seconds, and then continue swimming the rest of the way.
And these moms say the time spent is worth it because the babies come out of the class with a respect for the water.
I had heard so many good things about it from my friends in the area, and I just could not miss out on an opportunity to teach her to be safe in the water.
You just go in prepared for that, knowing that the final outcome is going to be a strong swimmer who knows what to do in case of an emergency.
So Angel says ISR can start at $120. Now make sure to tune in tomorrow because we'll go to the YMCA where they have a different approach for swim lessons. So as I said, you got to have the time for this one, Lee. It's every day for 5 days for 10 minutes for a month. But at the YMCA, there's a little bit different time options. So again, every family's different and you just got to kind of figure out what's best for your family.
And every kid needs to know how to save themselves because we have so much water in our area.